Every unit in our curriculum has a unit exam at the end of the unit. But you'll notice that we actually have two versions of the unit exam, what we call the standard version and the alternate version. And what I would like to do in this video is quickly talk to you about what the standard version is, how the alternate version is different, and how you might want to use the alternate version in your classroom. So, like I said, at the bottom of Unit 3, you'll notice that we have a standard version and an alternate version of the exam. And it's like this for every single unit in the curriculum. So the standard version of the exam is where every single question is going to be the same for your students. Every answer is going to be the same. The only thing that's going to look different is that you can jumble up the answer choices. Now, as you know, this type of exam is difficult to give when you have multiple periods in the day because period 1 takes the exam and then shares the answers with period 3 and so forth. And that was the thought behind creating the alternate version of the exam. The alternate version of the exam tells you that there's going to be certain questions that are going to be different from the standard version. And I'll explain how we did that in a second. First, I just want to show you that the questions are different between the standard and the alternate versions. So when you go on the alternate version, you'll notice it says this exam has alternate questions for numbers 1, 3, 7, 10, 16, 17, and 20. So it's not like the whole exam is going to be different, but a number of questions are going to be different than the standard version. All right. And when we actually take a look at the exam, we notice that it's going to have a different question number 1 than the standard version. So let's flip over to our standard version as well. And we notice our standard version has a question about the ASCII table, but you notice the binary number 1010100. Now, on the alternate version, you'll see that we are talking about the ASCII table still, but this time we're using the binary number 1010010. And as you can see, the choices are different. The answer choices are different for both. All right. And now let me explain how we did this. All right. So on the alternate version, we took some of the questions, I think it's like 6 or 7 for Unit 3, and we actually turned each question into its own little Python program. And what we're able to do is put in a random variable in certain parts of the questions. Or instead of having 3 incorrect answers, we could have like 7 or 8 incorrect answers, therefore generating multiple different versions of the same question. So that's how come for this alternate version, we have a different binary number, okay, than the standard version. So that's what we're able to do. And we're able to do that because Codio has a feature where they're able to allow people to make parameterized assessments. All right. And the reason I'm showing you this is because, yeah, you could do this as well. You can come up with some questions and parameterize them on your own. So it's basically something you can teach yourself. There's information in Codio about it, but we've already done this on the alternate version of the exam. So I know another question that was supposed to be parameterized was question number 7. All right, and this is what I was talking about when I'm saying we have multiple wrong answers. Therefore, it's going to make the questions look different and give different answer choices instead of just the same answer choices in a different order. So the original question here, okay, which is not true about digitizing physical media? Those are the 4 choices. And then when we come over here to the alternate version, same question, but you'll notice 2 of the answer choices are different than this version. So this is something that we think can help teachers out. Give the standard version on the actual test day if you just have like a 1 period a day CSP class. And then you can give the alternate version to everyone who is absent. Or you can give the standard version to period 1 and then give an alternate version to the rest of the periods you may teach during the day. So I just wanted to talk to you about why we have 2 different versions for the unit exam for every single unit, and then how on your own, if you'd like to, you can also parameterize questions in Codio. Thank you, and I hope you found this helpful.